Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be discussing some ways you can prepare for the April the 23rd patch that is coming to Blade & Soul. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Now for this video, I will divide it up into two parts. So for the first part, that is for new players, and for the second part, that is for endgamers. So let's start with the new players, or the returning players, are just people looking to try the game around the time of the new patch. Now, in a previous video, I did state that it's not worth playing Blade & Soul right now because the soul boost is outdated. So if you're looking to come into the game, the best time to do so is April the 23rd. So the current soul boost that we have is giving you Accs accessories, and it's giving you the true upsurge weapon. Now, back in October when this soul boost came out, it made sense because everyone there had like Stormtide accessories as the best, right? And then they had to farm the Sanguine Abyss to get the Blood Knights. So new players just come in, do their soul boost, they get the Accs, they move on to Stormtide gear, and they slowly try to get the 3 new Blood Knight accessories that came out at that time. Now fast forward 6 months later, we do have the full Blood Knight accessories out, and we're getting a new set of accessories. So this soul boost is way outdated. So if a new player should come in now and they complete their soul boost and they get their Accs accessories and their upsurge weapon, or maybe a true upsurge weapon, they have to farm all the Stormtide gear, and then they have to farm all the Blood Knight gear. And then when the new dungeon comes April the 23rd, they'll have to farm another 3 accessories, and this is a lot for a new player, and that is a terrible experience for anyone. Now, if you want to do the current soul boost that we have now and then attempt the other one that is coming April the 23rd, you do have that option. If you want to start Soul Boost Plus now and get some of the extra materials, you do have that option. But if you care about your mental health, then you'll just wait until April the 23rd and just do that soul boost. Now, if you're one of those new players that is spamming Chaos Avalanche then to get a weapon drop or to get the Stormtide accessories or the soul badge, then you could be wasting your time. Now, if you don't know, the Chaos Avalanche Den dungeon will no longer have stages and will be moved from the Demon's Bane category to the Heroic Dungeon tab. So it will become a hard, easy, and normal mode dungeon that you do to get like Blood Knight upgrade stones and guild stones. Now, come April the 23rd, Chimera Lab will be moved from the Heroic tab, so you'll no longer see Chimera Lab in the FA lobby. So it will be SKYSONG Isle, Abyssal Throne, and the Chaos Avalanche Den. Now the Chaos Avalanche Den will be the easiest dungeon to do for your hard mode multis, okay? Now back to new player stuff. Now if you look at the screen, it says that Chaos Avalanche Den at stage 8 drops these items. Now all these items here should be somewhat easier to get April the 23rd from the soul boost. Now for the weapon, look for that in your soul boost plus tab. For the Stormtide accessories, look for those in the soul boost tab. Now for the other items, I don't know where you'll get them, but it should be somewhere in the soul boost, or it should be somewhat easier to get them, okay? Because Chaos Avalanche Den will no longer have stages, so these items will drop no more. So again, if you're that unfortunate soul in Chaos Avalanche Den trying to get certain things together, well, now you know. So now that you know where the next soul boost stands, you can focus your energy into other places. Try to complete your story if you're just coming into the game, so you don't have to wait on April the 23rd to actually play the game. You can continue the story or do the story. You can do your exploration journals. You can do your side quests, your side events. and just get certain materials. So when April the 23rd comes, you can just jump into Soulboost and push progression. Now, when Soulboost comes April the 23rd, there's some things that a lot of new players need to know. The first thing is that you should complete that Soulboost the first week when it comes out. Do not wait any longer to complete the Soulboost. This is a common problem among new players, is that they wait way too long to complete their Soul Boost. Now you have the Soul Boost and you have the Soul Boost Plus. The Soul Boost doesn't take long. A lot of Endgamers, they complete this in like 3 hours and they jump into Soul Boost Plus and they try to rush that to get all their materials from early out. So when you log into the game April the 24th, because April the 23rd is the day of the maintenance, you will see a bunch of Soul Boost train recruitment message. Just join one of those parties and you will be able to complete all the Soul Boost quests that involves a party setting. You might have some solo quests that you need to do. So yeah, you get those completed and you're done. Now I'm not sure of the Soul Boost quest if it's going to be as easy as the last one, but it should be. Okay, just do that and complete your Soul Boost on the first day, people. Do not wait. You have people right now that came into the game a long time ago still on Soul Boost, and that is not progression. You're gonna have like whales, endgamers just recruiting for Soul Boost train, and they don't care who comes into their party because Soul Boost is intended for new players or alts to just catch up. So yeah, now the Soul Boost Plus is what pushes you into endgame progression. So this is a lot slower, but the good thing is that most of the items that you need is in the earlier stages of the Soul Boost Plus. So hopefully a weapon is at stage 1 to 8, somewhere there. So again, log into the game April the 24th, jump on a Soul Boost train, get that done, start your Soul Boost Plus quest, get your weapon, and start to do the new dungeon. If you're gonna sit and waste time with the Soul Boost, when it's time for you to complete it, you're gonna want people in your party and nobody's gonna care because everybody is done with that. So that is why I say get this done first week. I'm gonna try my best to put out a Soul Boost video as early as possible. So the following week of the Soul Boost release, I will have a video up in case you need some help with what to do with certain items and whatnot. So yeah. Now, as of right now, you have people in the chat saying, oh, can someone help me to complete this Soul Boost quest? Can someone help me to complete this Soul Boost quest? You don't need anyone to help you to complete those quests because the Soul Boost is at the new player level, so your gear can clear it. What you need to know is how to recruit. You need to learn how to recruit as a new player. Writing in the chat say, oh, can someone help me to do this? No one will respond to you in most of the cases. So all you need to do is write in the world chat or the faction chat the name of the dungeon, what difficulty you're doing. Is it easy mode, hard mode, or normal mode, or the stage of the dungeon apply to me, and you're done. You will always see recruiting message in your world chat and your faction chat. So by now you should have some understanding how to write one. This is what you need to be doing as a new player and get used to it because that is the method that the game is working with as of now. Now, a lot of new players are saying, okay, nobody is accepting me into their party. Before you join or click apply to a party in the world chat or the faction chat, read the recruiting message. If it says like hard mode and you have like new player gear or Soul Boost gear, you don't have the required gear to do that specific content, so they won't accept you. Okay, now if you're applying to a party that is in your gear, such as maybe a stage 1 dungeon or easy mode, and people are not accepting you, then just make your own party. Make your own recruiting message. Now, if you don't know, I did upload my ultimate gear up guide for 2024, so you can check that video out if you're a new player to fully understand the game. That video is like 1 hour and 40 minutes worth of content. And April the 23rd, I will be removing like maybe 20 minutes out of that video because Chaos Avalanche then is getting phased out. So yeah, I will just cut that from the video so it's more up to date. okay, but that video should help you out a lot. Also, I do have a increased DPS guide if you want to check that out as well. So yeah, so that is it for the new player section of this video. Now it's time to talk about endgame progression leading up to the April the 23rd patch. Now endgamers, let's talk. With this new dungeon, you will have a new set of accessories out. Before you roll over into that accessories, please try to push those plus 20 blood knights before you do that. Now with the Tower of Memory event, a lot of endgamers got their first plus 20 battalion weapon, or maybe their first plus 16, along with their plus 20 Stormtide accessory. They succession that into plus 16 blood knights, right? Now, why is it important for you to push a plus 20 now before that update? The reason for this is Chaos Avalanche Den. A lot of endgamers are just sleeping on this dungeon, and they're sleeping on the potential of this dungeon. Every time you complete Chaos Avalanche Den at stage 8, stage 12, and stage 16 and 20, you get a ton of the wheel coins. With these wheel coins, you get resets. These resets you use for hard mode dungeons to upgrade your accessories fast. But a lot of endgamers with 5k AP, they're not doing anything above stage 8 Chaos Avalanche Den. They're not getting adequate amount of these reset tokens. Now, I've been doing stage 16 Chaos Avalanche Den multi for the past 1 month. Non-stop, like every day I try to get this done. I try to do like 1 to 2, 3, 4 hours of farming every day and get that in. And I noticed that I got a lot of resets. If you complete one Sanguine Abyss at stage 4, you get like 1 wheel coin, right? Complete stage 8 Chaos Avalanche, then you get like 2 or maybe 5. I can't remember the exact figure right now. On stage 16, you get like 10 or 20. I'm not sure of the figures, but you do get a lot. Now, as you can see on the screen, I have 260 of the wheel tokens, and this is from like 1 week of farming, and I didn't farm much in that week. So yeah, and I do have like 106 of the reset tokens on me right now. So I can do a lot of spamming of the Abyssal Throne hard mode to get my upgrade stones and to push my accessories before the patch. Now, after I'm done with this 260, I will get like 40 resets somewhere there. It all depends on RNG. But the thing is, you're gonna get a lot of these upgrade stones. Now, why am I telling you this now? Come April the 23rd, these resets that you see on the screen, which is the Blood Knight resets, they will be antiqued. So if you have any on your character now, keep in mind, April the 23rd, you will have a different reset stone for the Heroic Dungeon Dynamic Reward. So again, what you need to be doing is Chaos Avalanche Den, get the wheel tickets, and with the wheel tickets, you get the resets. With the resets, you go to Abyssal Throne Hard Mode, or whichever dungeon you prefer, and do multi-runs of that dungeon to get the Blood Knight upgrade stone, and that will upgrade your Blood Knight accessory. Also, keep in mind the wheel ticket for the Chaos Avalanche Den and the Heroic Dungeon Dynamic Reward Reset Stone will be antiqued April the 23rd. You'll also have a different Heroic Dungeon Reset Stone that will replace this one on the screen. Also, keep in mind that the Heroic Dungeons, they will no longer drop the Stormtide chest. It will drop like the Blood Knight and then the new accessory upgrade stone chest. So yeah. That is why I say push those Blood Knights from now, and next patch you focus on upgrading your Blood Knight bracelet, necklace, and belt with the little Blood Knight stones that you will be getting. And if you manage to upgrade your Blood Knight ring, earring, and glove to plus 20 already, then you can just roll that over into the newer tier of accessories. Then you won't have like a chokehold on upgrading accessories. You will have like 3 items Blood Knight, 3 items the new tier. Now with the new patch that is coming April the 23rd, you need to start saving up those relic keys to open these additional slots. You will be able to open them on April the 23rd or when the patch drops. So make sure that you're saving up those keys on your alts or whatsoever. So yeah. Also, there is a change that is coming to the Berserker insignias, so make sure to start saving up the legendary ones, or if you can get the mythical tier ones, that will be good. So yeah, these are things that you need to put in place before that patch drops to make sure you're all set and ready to do the new dungeon. So another thing that you guys need to be doing is your experience farming. Now with the Soul Arena buff, you should be getting a lot of EXPs in these dungeon runs in Darkwild. So yeah. Now this buff, I think you will still have it in the next patch, so it lasts like 2 months, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do that this time around. So yeah, just make sure that you're doing those experience farming and try to hit level 50 before this buff leaves. So guys, before we close out this video, I just want to bring this up because I see this as a common problem in the community. When this new dungeon comes out, remember the gear you had when you first complete this dungeon at stage 3. Now the reason for this is that after this dungeon comes out and like 2 months down the line, people will start asking for full set of accessories just to do this dungeon. A lot of players in the game are recruiting for overgeared people to do lower level content. And the thing is, most of them are still dying even with the overgeared. Stage 3 of the next dungeon will only ask you to have like Blood Knight accessory, battalion weapon, and like the guild stone and the insignias, and that's it. You don't need to have accessories from the spider dungeon in order to clear stage 3 of the spider dungeon. If you need to have all of that, that means you don't know the mechanics and you're trying to compensate with DPS. And I see this happening a lot of times. Right now for stage 8 Chaos Avalanche, then people want you to have like battalion weapon and full Blood Knight accessories to do stage 8 Yeti. And I'm like, what? Because the first time I cleared Yeti at stage 8, I had Oculus accessories and Upsurge weapon. So yeah. So guys, try to be a little bit more considerate when recruiting people for runs. So yeah, and the funny thing about this is that once a new player comes in and see that people are doing this, once they gear up, they're gonna start doing the same thing and the treadmill continues. Now guys, in the future, just try to learn the mechanics. Once you get used to stage 3 and you have like all the gear you need from that dungeon, you should be doing stage 4. Doing stage 3, you're not gonna get enough materials. If you look at my character now, I have like 4k battalion vials. Right? 4k battalion vials. And you have people right now with the same gear as me and they have like a plus 19 battalion mystic badge because what? They don't have enough materials because they're doing lower level content that gives them like a little drop of materials, but they need a lot. So just do higher stages. But before you attempt higher stages, make sure that you learn your class. You have decent guild stones, so make sure that your guild stones are plus 10 and they are equipped to your accessories. You have the right insignia setup. You have the right relic setup. These are things that you need to have in place. And guys, make sure that your party composition is correct. You need to have a grab for every content and you need to have breaker for every content at Demon's Bane level, okay? And you need to have at least some form of breaker extension, which is a gunslinger. You need to have some sort of burst class in your party or some sort of buff. These are things that you really need to have in your party. You can't just recruit 4 random classes and just hope for the best. You need to have a decent class composition. At endgame level, the whales in the game that are doing stage 6, they have specific class to fill their party. So they don't have like a useless class there. A class is there for buff, a class is there for burst, a class is there for breaker, a class is there for grab or something. That contributes so much to the overall clear of the dungeon. Now, I'm not saying that you have useless classes, but I'm saying that for the dungeon that you're doing at the level, make sure your class composition is okay enough to clear it. If you're doing stage 3, then you just need a grab. You don't need to go all out. But if you're doing like a stage 5, you do need like a buff bard, grab, or some form of buff. So it depends on the level of the dungeon that you're doing, which will require you to have a decent party composition. Anyways, if you want to see more content like this, you can like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to stay updated on when I post new videos. If you want to see more discussion like this, or gear progression videos, or anything of that sort, make sure to hit that subscribe button, or you can just join my Discord. I do have a link in the description of this video. Anyways guys, enjoy your day and good luck with the new patch.